we've got a wealthy CEO, what looks like a perfect murder, and a family secret so dark you almost won't believe it. Today, we're going to unravel a crime that was absolutely nothing like it seemed on the surface.
So this is the question that just haunted detectives right from the get-go. Who executed John Parker Jr.? And believe me, the answer is way more shocking than anyone could have possibly imagined.
Yeah, you gotta understand. This wasn't some robbery gone sideways or a random act of violence. No way. This was a professional hit, a perfect execution designed to leave zero clues behind.
Okay, so let's break down what detectives were really up against here. The victim, John Parker Jr. He's a successful, wealthy CEO. He's gunned down execution style in a parking lot. And the only witness? His wife, Judy, who supposedly watches the whole thing happen from their car. And the killer? Poof, vanishes. No forensic trail. We're talking no DNA, no fingerprints, absolutely nothing.
You know, with a crime this clean, investigators have to go with the basics. They immediately turn to the most common motives out there: love and money. And that led them straight to the usual suspects.
So this lays out the two roads the investigation went down at first. On one hand, you've got theory number one, which is all about the wife, Judy Parker. And she had a pretty powerful motive, right? She was having an affair, so the police figured, hey, maybe she hired a professional to get her husband out of the picture. Then you have theory number two, much simpler. A disgruntled former employee, maybe looking for some revenge.
But here's the thing. It didn't matter how deep they dug into Judy's affair or how many ex-employees they hunted down. Both leads went absolutely nowhere. I mean, every promising trail just fizzled out. A total dead end.
In this timeline, man, it just shows you how fast the whole thing stalled out. Day one, you've got the murder. Just 2 weeks later, the prime suspects are totally cleared. And after that, just silence. By the 6-month mark, the murder of John Parker Jr. was officially a cold case.
Just when it seemed like the killer was totally going to get away with it, a break came from the most unexpected place you could possibly imagine: a whisper from inside a jail cell.
The tip came from an inmate in a juvenile detention center, and whoa, was it a bombshell. He claimed John's stepson, he paid some kids to do it.
So think about this. The source is an inmate, and the claim that Daniel, John's 15-year-old stepson, had actually hired other teenagers to be his hitmen. All of a sudden, the entire investigation shifts on its axis. This wasn't some outside job anymore. The murder was orchestrated from inside the family. Okay, so now they're armed with this bizarre, out-of-left-field rumor. Investigators go straight to the boy himself to confront him. And this leads to a confession, but not at all in the way anyone was expecting. Because when they confronted Daniel, that whole rumor just fell apart. Instantly. The story about him hiring other teens, it was a complete and total lie.
But cracking that lie open had a completely unintended consequence. Because by pushing past that false rumor, investigators were about to stumble onto the unbelievable, shocking truth.
So there were no hired teen hitmen. Not at all. There was only one killer. The triggerman was Daniel, the 15-year-old stepson. He had pulled the trigger himself.
But hang on a second. A 15-year-old pulling off a perfect, traceless murder? It didn't add up. It felt wrong. And that's when the final, and honestly the most horrifying piece of the whole puzzle fell into place. The matriarch's policy.
I mean, you have to ask yourself, right? Did a 15-year-old boy really act alone? Or was someone else, someone way more calculating, pulling all the strings from behind the curtain?
The real plot was just chillingly simple and brutally effective. So step one, you identify the target. But it's not John himself, it's his life insurance policy. Step two, you find your pawn. You manipulate your own son, turning him into a killer. And step three, the payout. You use that child as a tool to collect the money.
So who was it? Who was the mastermind? The one who watched it all happen from the car, who played the grieving widow, who turned her own son into a literal weapon. The one pulling every single string was the matriarch herself, Judy Parker.
And the motive for this entire web of betrayal, manipulation, and murder, it all came down to this number: $2 million. It really just leaves you with this final, haunting question. A question this case forces every one of us to confront. What is a life worth?